Oh yeah, consider that test passed. Everyone is saying that this week is going to be a test for the New York Knicks. I mean, rightfully so, right? We're playing against some of the best teams in the Western Conference, and the New York Knicks have already started off this West Coast swing in the Garden on a run. 140 points, check mark against Sacramento. 140 again, check mark against the Memphis Grizzlies. And I don't want to hear nothing negative ever again. You know what?
Now what?
I don't want to ever hear not one more negative thing pointed in the direction of my boy King Bridges ever again. Now, mind you, there was a lot of defense to talk about in this one. Mikal Bridges probably just had the toughest assignment, but I wouldn't even say he was the most refined defender in that game. OG Anunoby 6 steals, Precious 3 steals, plus went bonkers in this game. But this man held Ja Morant, everyone's golden child. Everyone loves him some Ja Morant. Ja Morant was crying to the referees the entire game, sat with 10 points in the Garden because of this man right here, King Bridges, president of the Bridges Hive. I'm hyped up. Knicks beat the damn Memphis Grizzlies. Bring me Denver. Let's talk about this one. Run the intro. I don't typically do this. I didn't mean to throw that jersey. Hold on. That was so disrespectful. Run the intro for real. What's going on, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, don't forget to like this video. Shout out to you if you came through to the watch along right here on the channel. You guys know I do the watch along on KFTV, but as I always say, if I'm not live over there, I will be live right here, so be on the lookout for that. And for you that came through and was on and was a part of that, I appreciate you. But let's talk about this game right now, the run we're on right now, the stretch we have right now, the all-stars we have right now. We have a lot to talk about since our last video, but let's start with last night's dominant performance against this team. Now, I want to start off by saying this. Shout out to the New York Knicks for capitalizing on the biggest weakness of the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the Memphis Grizzlies are probably one of the worst, are one of the worst teams at taking care of the ball in the NBA. I think they're either top 3, top 4 in turnovers per game, but they're one of the worst teams at taking care of the ball, as they turn over the ball more than most teams, if not the majority of the NBA on a regular basis. And one of the big stats about the New York Knicks is that we are one of the best at taking advantage of teams that turn over the ball well. And tonight, it didn't matter the level of the competition, we still worked towards that stat the right way. We were dominant on scoring off of every single turnover. This team had 26 turnovers to our 10, and to those 26 turnovers, the Knicks managed to take complete advantage of them. I'm talking about there were some steals that looked like 2K. If you've ever played in the rec in NBA 2K, if you have any kind of ability to steal in that game, you got gold, you got Hall of Fame, doesn't matter what it is, glove or whatever badge you want to use, interceptor, whichever of those stealing badges, you just need to stand near or be in the vicinity. You are going to get the ball defensively in 2K. That's what we look like in real life. OG Anunoby just went towards the ball handler, and somehow the ball's out of their hands. OG got the ball, and we're moving on. 6 steals for OG Anunoby. It looked like the ball was just magnetized to him all night long. 6 steals for OG Anunoby. Deuce had 3, Precious had 3, Mikal had 2. It was just a field day for the New York Knicks defensively tonight, and I could not be more proud. This team averages 123 points per game, and we held them to 106. Their three-point shooting was at around 37%, and the biggest point was Mikal Bridges' defensive effort on Ja Morant. He had Ja Morant so frustrated the entire night. I cannot sing his praises enough. Y'all know I'm the president of Mikal Bridges Hive, and I'm going to sit here and be unbearable for the next few moments, because Mikal Bridges had the task of guarding Ja Morant. I mean, more times than not, Mikal Bridges has the task of guarding the other team's more dominant ball handler or more dominant scorer on a nightly basis, and he's been back and forth with them. He's had some good efforts against like Tyrese Halliburton, but then had some bad ones. But he had a great night like last night against Ja Morant, where Ja Morant was just rendered useless in this game. But the best part about Mikal Bridges being so aggressive that side was the fact that he also was the #1 scorer for this team. When I told you guys before, when you guys were so ready to jump at Mikal Bridges, say the draft picks and this, that, and the third, I said it over and over again. The value in Mikal Bridges is what you're seeing right now. This is where Mikal Bridges' value is going to be big. Against the teams where it matters, against the teams where it feels like we don't match up well, Mikal Bridges on the defensive end is going to make their life uncomfortable. And then on the offensive end, he is a #1 scorer ability. He has that ability to do that. There was so many times Mikal Bridges slipped through the defense and ended up being wide open off of a drive. He's making the three. When Mikal Bridges is comfortable, he makes the three as good as anybody, especially on the sides. This was the perfect description of what good Mikal Bridges is going to look like. I will still give you the benefit of the doubt that we need it on a consistent basis. This is the Mikal Bridges that I am looking forward to when it comes to the postseason, when it comes to those games late in April, beginning of April, late in March. This is the version of Mikal Bridges. And like I said again, this is not just a Mikal Bridges against, I don't know, like a Washington Wizards. This is Mikal Bridges against a 31 and now 16 Memphis Grizzlies, where he locked down their best guy, the most dynamic point guard in the NBA according to most right now. Give him his damn flowers. I know people are going to find ways around it. Well, actually, I know you're going to give the flowers to Mikal Bridges because he damn dear deserves them. Both ends of the floor, phenomenal. Plus 43 for my analytic folk. You cannot make that stuff up. OG Anunoby right behind him with the plus 41. Like I mentioned, 6 steals, phenomenal work. And he had a tougher task of guarding Jaren Jackson in some instances. The fact that I can sit here and talk to you about defense being played by Wingstop makes me so happy, because the memes and people did not believe in Wingstop and giving up hope already in the middle of the season. It's January and people are done. This is why I was excited about the trade that we made for Mikal Bridges. This right here, you're seeing before your eyes when it matters against the teams that you're supposed to do it against, why this is going to be so valuable for us down the stretch of games in the playoffs. Now, we need it to be consistent. I'll give you that. But God, that looked good last night, bro. Oh, I'm hyped up.
Obviously, it's one game, and you want to keep building. And I like that, we had the test with Sacramento, and then these guys, same thing, fast, and they're a heck of a team. They're strong on both sides of the ball. They're top 5 in offense, top 5 in defense, and so we knew we would be tested, and you got to be ready. And so that's good, but there's a long way to go. So we know that we can't feel too good about it. We got to make sure that we get ready for Denver. That the games keep coming. So enjoy this tonight, but then tomorrow start getting ready for Denver. But with the understanding of the focus never changes. It's always daily improvement. How do we get better tomorrow?
But before I could even talk about the others and talk about the bench, talk about the beautiful way we close on the fourth, close your ears if you're a Tom Thibodeau hater, because right now I have to give props to Thomas B. Thibodeau. Thomas Bartholomew Thibodeau. I don't know your middle name, but I have to give props to Coach Tibbs, man. The way that Tom Thibodeau in the past, in a situation like we were in the fourth quarter where the Knicks were up by, I think, 21 points or 20 points, the lead drops down to around 14, 16 points. In the past, Tom Thibodeau would have panicked around the 11-minute mark and started integrating starters way too soon instead of letting them rest. No, Tom Thibodeau did a great job of trusting the bench. At the time, it was the bench and OG Anunoby out there. He was letting them ride. He trusted them. And then after just a little bit of a spurt, the Knicks went right back up by 20. He integrates Mikal Bridges, and the rest was history. OG Anunoby pickpocketing everybody. Precious Achiuwa pickpocketing everybody and giving us highlight dunks. Well, this is the Knicks at the best level right now. And for the love of God, they actually used the crowd. This is what I've been asking for. We have arguably the best fan base in the NBA, the best stadium in the NBA, the best stage in the NBA. And I feel like sometimes the Knicks just do not utilize that. I feel like the Knicks should be one of the best home teams in the NBA. I say this every single freaking year. This is what happens when you do that. The other team, they don't know what to do when the crowd is loud, the garden is rocking, it's shaking. Opposing teams tend to then just fall and be nervous while that's your moment to strike. And the Knicks did just that. I'm talking about from the tippy top of the roster to the very bottom, because even my boy Kolek got in the action and took advantage and got an open three to a huge standing O. It was just the phenomenal, perfect game played. And I love that we're talking about this because it's not a Washington Wizards. It's the Memphis Grizzlies, 31 and 16, third in the West, the powerful West, the almighty West. Love this. But the only thing better than this game that we witnessed, where we saw Deuce McBride doing a great job off the bench, Precious Achiuwa, the best thing that could be better than this is now to go up against Denver in this same building and keeping this same energy. I can't say enough. The perfect game at the perfect time. Shout out to the New York Knicks. Next up, we got Denver. What says you? But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and don't forget to like this video. Your boy CK is back in the swing of things. Make sure you're checking out all the content, trying to be more consistent, so rock with me as I am going on this journey. All right, it's me, your boy CK. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Let's get it. I'm hyped up, people, and you should be too. See you guys in the play-by-play tomorrow over on KFTV. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Come on.